You are listening to a recording from the Cooperating to Build a Better Nova Scotia conference in Halifax, a celebration marking the United Nations International Year of Cooperatives.
They're running around today trying to garner votes. So you can go on to the Aviva Community Carrot Fund at www.avivacommunityfund.org/ideas/ACF14945. You'll go onto that website and they'll ask you for an email and a password and then send you a link to click to prove you're a real live human being. And your vote can help the Community Carrot Co-op win money from Aviva's Community Fund to open the Community Carrot Grocery Co-op on Gottingen Street. And if they get this funding, they could be as open as early as March 2013. Here comes Norm here. He's going to sit down with me. I'm just reading your little flyer here. And, I guess I can So hi Norm, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Charlene. Thanks a lot for letting me do this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You enjoying the conference?
I'm having a good time. I'm learning a lot. Yeah, there's a lot to be done, and a lot has been done. So got an international view about cooperatives over the past hour, and now we're going into sort of individual sessions. So it's great. It's really great to, whenever you're with a whole bunch of people that are passionate about something, it's invigorating.
Yes, indeed, it is. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your co-op?
Well, the co-op started about a year and a half ago. We saw the need for a food outlet in the north end of Halifax. There has been sort of a food desert there for probably 30 years since Sobeys moved out, and we're really looking for the opportunity to try to do something there. So a community got together, created a steering committee, created a board of directors. There's the Maritime Harvest Co-op is now running under the business name of the Community Carrot Cooperative, and we are involved in the Aviva Fund competition, and we need your vote. We badly need your vote. We need a big bump for the next 3 days. You get to vote every day. Please vote if you can. This is very important in the sense of if we are able to get into the top 10 by Monday, we'll be in the semifinals. Being in the semifinals, which will happen December 3rd to 10th, will mean we'll go against 98 other projects across the country. So there's still a huge hurdle. 10 groups out of those 98 will be picked for possible financing. So we are excited because we're in first place right now, but we need many more votes. The other groups that are already in the semifinals have about 18,000 votes. We are around 10,000. So we're looking to get 5,000 votes this weekend, so we need everybody to vote. You can vote every day, right today, right through Monday. So please do.
Yeah. So what's the prize in the community fund?
Well, the Aviva Insurance Company has, for the past 4 years, given out $1 million to groups across the country. So there are different asks. There's small asks, medium asks, and big asks. We're a big ask organization. We need $115,000 to get us off the ground, to buy fridges and freezers, and to fund the lease, and to get ourselves off the ground as a business. And then once we do that, we feel like the business will be successful and run successfully as a business, because that's the way it's going to, the only way it's going to succeed. There'll be a membership. People with memberships will get perks. People without memberships will be able to buy there. We're looking at a space right now on Gottingen Street as a temporary spot for the next year and a half, and we're obviously still looking for a permanent space.
And what's the temporary space that you're looking at down on Gottingen?
Well, it's under construction right now. It's bright. It will be a bright space. The people that have done the design have made it into there's penthouse apartments and office space in the complex. It's how would I describe it? Right in the core Gottingen area near Dow Legal Aid, in that block near the North End Healthcare Center. There's a building currently under construction. I don't know the address, but it's in that block, and he's looking for renters, so we could lose that space. So that's just a possible space. I mean, you never know, right? So it goes with its business. So you just got to find the space you can afford. So that's why we've applied for the Aviva monies to help us have the money to rent a space, and if it's that space, it would be wonderful because it would be thrilling to be in there.
And like, what's the need in the North End for a grocery store? Like, maybe for our non-local listeners, you can give an idea of the community that you're looking to go into.
Well, the wonderful thing about the Gottingen Street community is it's so mixed. It's so wonderful. It has gotten a poor reputation over the past number of years because it lost all of its business, and when you lose business in a community, what happens is communities deteriorate. There isn't places to go. Poverty sets in. What's happening on Gottingen Street now over the past 5 years and moving forward is that it's a mixed population with people from older neighborhoods that are wanting to stay and wanting to have a vibrant community, and middle-income people moving into the neighborhood. New businesses are moving into the neighborhood. So it's changing and becoming more vibrant. New restaurants are happening. So it's really an exciting time for that neighborhood, and a grocery store would be the heart of it. I should tell you that part of the idea of this grocery business is that it's going to have the notion is that it's a social enterprise, and its social mission will be to educate people about food. The challenge for most people is to have food they can afford that's healthy, and not buy a lot of packaged, but buy a lot of good, wholesome, healthy food and know how to cook it. So we're hopefully going to not only sell food, but hopefully help people learn how to cook it and educate people about it. So we're excited by that too, because we think that that's an important aspect of what the store will be.
And so how's the co-op model working for you? How many members do you have in your co-op right now?
Well, the co-op is operating right now as a steering committee, so we haven't sold memberships yet because we need to have money to get it out the door. So we are making decisions about how to do that so that everybody can afford it. It won't be a large amount of money. There may be, the discussion right now is that there may be levels of memberships. So you might have a regular membership, and then you might have a supporting membership, and maybe a corporate membership, and those would be higher levels for people that can't afford to support the co-op. But the idea is that every member will have the opportunity to buy things at the store and get maybe a percentage off their groceries, be able to attend the general meetings and make comments and about changing the store to sell what they really want to have in the neighborhood. So we have lots of decisions to make. We meet every second Tuesday, and the community is welcome to join us and help us figure all those things out.
Excellent. So where did this idea kind of come from? Where did it percolate from?
Well, it percolated from the horse. That would be me. I'm a psychologist by training, and I worked in the neighborhood in a building that has a lot of people with various disabilities and a lot of marginalized, and some seniors with limited incomes. And it was obvious to me that food was an issue. Operated a small grocery store in that building, and that small grocery store showed me that it was very important. Food is an interesting thing. It brings people together, people eating together and communing together. So it brought people together, and having a small community kitchen where people cooked and fed each other was just wonderful. And so I did that that for a number of years and saw that it wasn't just in that building, it was in the whole neighborhood that food was important. And so I went out to speak with Co-op Atlantic as an organization that has some capacity to help, and they were willing to help us develop the idea, and they were clear that it needed to be led by the community, and that's what led to the steering committee and sort of led us to where we are today.
Now, are you going to have any kind of focus on local producers and where food is kind of like, and healthy eating is the main? Has there been any discussion about, the types of food that you're going to bring in and where that food's going to come from?
Well, there will be a focus on local, and there will be a connection with the farmers locally, and we are working that out. There's a number of challenges. Obviously, we are a four-season province with some foods available all the time and some foods available some of the time. So we have to figure all of that out as much as possible. We'll have local foods. We'll have, there'll be a grocery area at the market, as well as meat and fish, baked goods, and fruit and vegetables. So we're looking at how we're going to have as much locally produced food there as possible, working with some of the farmers in the valley and working with some of the people that know them. We will figure out how to get the food to us and make it successful in that regard. So yeah, I think it's going to be a main principle of the grocery to do healthy through local eating.
Yeah, that's great. I know I was saying to you earlier, I see a lot of activity about the Community Care Co-op in my Facebook feed. You're kind of tapping into the social media networks too to get the word out?
Yes, we are. We've done well in this round, in this third round. We didn't understand how powerful the social media thing was, and so we've got two people now sort of working on the social media aspect of the campaign, and the Twitter feed is starting to grow. The Facebook thing was enormous. It really took off and helped us to get to the point we are now. As I say, we're at about 10,000 votes now, but we need another 5,000 votes this weekend to kind of put us in contention for the semifinals. So, and I think it will come back to social media and help from people who understand that and how to get that out, because a lot of people who are way younger than me, that's what they do. That's what they do. Social media is the way they communicate, and I don't understand it, but apparently it works. And so we are going to do it, and we're going to do it. Use social media to make it happen.
You got a lot of youth involved in your project?
There's several people here today at the conference that are from the committee, and they are young and social media conscious, and they are the people that are pushing the social media aspect. The conference actually had a whole youth program yesterday for 4 or 5 hours, and I think there were 50 or 60 young people here talking about the issues related to cooperatives and youth engagement. So we're hopeful that they will, all of those people will become familiar with the Community Carrot and vote too. So we're trying to get the word out. We've got notices here on our poster about the how to vote. So hopefully the people here at the conference will vote too.
Well, that's great. So I'm just going to let our listeners know here. You can go on to Facebook and find the Community Carrot Co-op page. It is at facebook.com/North End Community Grocery. And I believe the Twitter feed is at CarrotHFX. I went on and added you right before you came over. Okay. And you can go on to the Aviva Community Fund website and vote for the Community Carrot Co-op and get this important service and just institution. We can vote every day, once a day, and that website is at www.aviva, that's AVIVA, communityfund.org/ideas/ACF14945, and we'll be putting that link up on our Facebook group for Co-op Radio, which is facebook.com/co-op radio, and putting it out through our Twitter feeds and all of our social media networks. And we've got listeners tuning in from Newfoundland and from across the country, and so maybe they'll all, we'll see if we can get you a little bump in those bites. Yeah,
get a little bump. That would be fantastic.
So is there anything you'd like to close with? Any closing thoughts? Anything you're excited about with the conference or anything?
Just want to thank you. I'm very impressed with the idea that we are doing something here with, if I can just put a plug in for Co-op Radio. I'm thrilled that you're here. I think it's a fantastic idea to be able to broadcast these kinds of events which encourage community and community development and community ownership. So I'll put in a plug for you guys, and you guys are this is a wonderful thing that you do, so congratulations to you.
Well, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to come to the variety of places and hear what everyone's talking about and seeing what the issues are for the community members. So thanks so much, Norm.